All right, I'm here with Andrea and Rick of Irish Ox Movers. Guys, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing great. Welcome to Network in Action. The reason that we have you on today is to learn a bit more about you and your business, Irish Ox. If you could tell us, you know, uh, where are you operating out of, and how long have you been in the industry?
Currently we are in Austin, Texas. Um, I personally have been in the moving industry for about 23 years, 24 years. I started my own business, this business, Irish Ox Movers, um, about 5 years ago,
Right on.
in the Richmond, Virginia area, and just recently relocated to Austin to expand.
All right. Well, welcome to Texas, man, and happy to have you on board. So, you've been doing this for 5 years now. That's excellent, but actually been working, 2 decades now. So that's pretty awesome. So I imagine you have a lot of experience under your belt. What would you say right now separates you from your competition?
Um, I want to say we do take a lot of pride in doing the moves and having great customer service.
And doing them the right way,
Yeah.
having a lot of integrity in every single move that they do. I think that a lot of companies, they might hire people that cut corners, but with Rick, every single job is done 100% professional manners, and we strive to always make sure the customers are happy, and we don't try and break their bank
Yeah,
while doing so. Yeah.
right on, guys, right on. And I could tell honestly, like when in researching your company, I looked online and as somebody who's recently acquired a moving service, you're looking online and it's it's uh it's a tough marketplace for you guys because it's you run the risk of getting those poor reviews, except I just don't see them on your side. I mean, you guys have a stellar reputation. Everywhere else I look is people are talking about, damaged furniture in the moves, things like that. But you guys are top notch. And so keep up the good work. I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. Um, okay. And again, you've been doing it for a while. So I could, it's of no surprise to me that you're able to provide that for people. Is there a favorite customer service story you guys have in mind that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, actually, so in Virginia, we lived in a community that I was a part of the neighborhood Facebook page. And there was a mother, she was a new mother of two twin boys that reached out, just begging anybody to please refer her to a reliable mover that could just come in and move a heavy couch from downstairs to upstairs. So I reached out to her and let her know, hey, my husband Rick, he owns this moving company. We live in the neighborhood, obviously, but we would love to help you. And so he went over there. He just kind of threw her onto the schedule for that same day
Mm,
and went over there. And she wasn't home, but her husband was home. He was doing a Zoom call for work. Um, and so he just briefly spoke to Rick, and he was really concerned because at the top of their stairs, they had this baby gate that they had just put in. And he was worried, I don't want you to damage the baby gate because,
It took them a while
yeah.
to set it up.
yeah.
Okay.
So we've had experience with baby gates with our own two little ones. So Rick, he said, you know what, no problem. I have this exact same gate. I got you. So he went up there. He uh, took the gate off the wall. They took the mammoth couch up the stairs, put it exactly where he went, where it needed to go. And then he reinstalled the baby gate exactly as needed. Um, and oh, two baby gates, sorry,
Okay.
two baby gates. And then, they closed the deal. Well, just recently, I, posted on that Facebook page, hey, Harper's Mill community, really love being here. Well, we're moving to Austin next chapter. And that mom reached out to me and sent me a personal message and said, I just really want you to know that even though your husband did such a small act, it made everything for us, like it just took so much stress off of our shoulders,
Right
because
on.
when they had moved from Connecticut, her husband had been in the ICU from
Mm,
COVID. She was dealing with her two little ones. Their movers had pretty much just taken advantage of them. And she was like, we just had nothing else to give. And the fact that you came in, you knew exactly what you were doing, and we didn't feel like we had to worry about everything. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate his kindness, and I really appreciate the fact that you helped us in a time of need. Um, and that really stuck out to me.
that's
Um,
awesome.
how something so small in my mind made such a huge impact for them.
Yeah, and it's those little things you could do in customer service that may seem little to you, except it means the world to somebody else. Even if it's, I mean, I have little baby gates too, and so for me, it's just like, yeah, take it in, take it out. It's no big deal, except I can imagine, mommy on her own with those two kids running all over the place. Yeah, it's a great service you did for him. So good job there, Rick.
Appreciate it.
And you actually mentioned COVID. I typically try to avoid this question, but I imagine that it might have had a much bigger impact in a business like yours. So could you tell us how it affected, COVID-19? We're in August of 2021 right now. Seem to be coming out of this thing, but at the same time, we're looking at all these other variants. So, we're in a very weird place right now with COVID. But how has it affected your business?
I mean, initially it did slow down. I want to say for about a month. And then of course, when things did open back up, um, business picked back up, but then we had to wear masks and use hand sanitizer.
Of course.
You got to keep your distance, from the customers and everything, which can be difficult at times because, um, like doing a walkthrough in a house, people want to be kind of detailed with some things,
Yeah.
and they kind of want to be like right there. So
And it's a very hands-on
sometimes it's
business.
kind of hard to keep your distance. Some people do want to get right up in your
Your space.
Mhm.
your zone. Um,
I feel like one thing that I felt a lot grateful for was that in Virginia, his business category was considered an essential business.
Mm.
So we were able to keep operating and weather that storm. So I was definitely grateful, because we saw a lot of people in our own community who, they either lost their jobs or, were furloughed. So we definitely were able to weather it. I think it definitely just affected um, those interactions with customers
Yeah.
um, that he enjoys. Yeah.
Mhm.
also, like speaking about people losing their jobs and things like that. It did have an effect towards the beginning of this year. Because so many people were out of work. Um, so I mean, business did slow down.
Yeah.
You know, January and February,
Yeah, but
um, beginning
uh,
of March.
sure the tide's rising again. So
Yeah.
get ready for it, guys. And all right, well, at this point, guys, I gotta say, I'm sorry, but I gotta let you go. But before I do, I want you to know it was really great speaking with the both of you. And if you could let us know one more time who you are and the best way to get in contact with you.
Okay. I'm Andrea Skarzynski. The best way to reach me is either at 804-986-3686 or Irish Ox Movers And Movers, even though our business has 2 O's, the email has 1 O, irishhawksmovers@gmail.com.
And I'm Rick Skarzynski, and my number is 512-589-2508. That's the best way to get in touch with me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Andrea and Rick Skarzynski, Irish Hawks Moving. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Network in Action meetings.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, team.